Hey guys, Tyler here. In the recent Bloons TD 6 update, the 025 sniper got a very interesting buff. So because of that, I wanted to take on the entirety of Bloonarius with a single 025 sniper. And all of the buffs in the game. That's right, we're going hypersonic towers in this boss. All the attack speed buffs, all the damage buffs. It's going to be the strongest 025 sniper you've ever seen. I want to take down Bloonarius with it. Before I get into that, I want to say the Baba Is You update that I've been waiting for 2 years is coming out tomorrow. So this is your last chance to brush up on Baba Is You information. I would highly recommend watching my playthrough of it. It is my favorite puzzle game of all time. I think you would enjoy it greatly, and I will be loving that update once it comes out. It'll be new levels and the level editor. So without further ado, let's get back into Bloons. I'll see you guys once the first phase of Bloonarius shows up. The Bloonarius is out. You might be wondering, what exactly is the buff that the 025 sniper got? Well, you see, it's actually a buff about the shrapnel shot. The shrapnel shot up until now was not able to be buffed by anything that would give it extra pierce or layers of damage, such as the Alk buff or the support temple buff. Well, now it can, which might make for a pretty big difference. It's not great against single target damage, but this is the Bloonarius we're talking about. When we're facing the Bloonarius, we're not really dealing with single target damage. What we're actually going to be dealing with is a lot of group damage because of all the balloons it spits out. Or it might prove that this is not the most overall effective buff, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be buffing the hell out of this sniper and making a hypersonic Elite Defender and trying to defeat the Bloonarius. Off to a pretty good start so far. I mean, Elite Defender is very cheap. Might as well go back to farming right now. I just want to get up the stronger stim and the jungle drums. But the big advantage that Shrapnel Shot's gonna have over the 205 sniper is the regular balloons. Bloonarius spits out a ton of regular balloons, as I already mentioned, but didn't hammer home. So it's just gonna be a one tower killing machine. And so far it's doing pretty well. Absolutely shredding, might I add. I don't imagine this will be too much more difficult. I think I'll just keep farming it up and hoping that I won't have to wait too much longer. And got another bank. So let's think about all the buffs we can give this guy. Now that it's not Lich, which by the way is pretty cool that Ninja Kiwi decided to switch it up for the sake of variety. This was perfect timing. We can now give it Permabrew again. We can now give it Overclock again. We can now give it Homeland Defense again. And of course, all the buffs that we used for the Hypersonic Sentry Paragon, the Jungle Drums, the Support Temple, well, I also got Azili. It's maybe not, let me just plop down Azili right now. I need Azili to start leveling up. Azili is good for two purposes. One for the totem and the other for the totem. The totem grants attack damage. But you know what the totem also does? It takes away lives, which buffs the Elite Defender by 4 times over a short period of time. So that Azili totem is going to work wonders for the Elite Defender. And with all those buffs combined, we're going to be creating the fastest attacking tower in the history of Bloons. Hope you guys are excited. Anyways, first phase was a breeze. Time to get back to farming. See you at phase 2. Okay, here we go. Phase 2 Bloonarius. A little bit slow to the Elite Defender. Had to get greedy with farms. What can I say? But I have no doubt that this guy will be just fine. Probably, maybe, against the second phase. I mean, it is 75,000 HP. That is a lot of HP, actually. We'll see. We'll take it bit by bit. But as you can see, the Shrapnel is doing me a nice solid. Give me that Elite Defender. Now we can start booking it. We got to get my Jungle Drones back, and I think I'll get an Overclock for it. I think with Overclock, I should be able to get through 75,000 HP. I'll just get you right over here. Yeah, a little bit Overclock. Maybe sell off the sub. Probably won't need it. I mean, we're already 10,000 damage down. Bloonarius is slow. Alright, got the Overclock. I think I'm just going to go back to farming right now. I think I will also get rid of the sub. And I do have lead detection sometimes with the AMD. Because I think another change with the sniper was actually that the 004 sniper did not grant lead detection anymore. So now we need MIB or Permabrew to give the sniper permanent lead detection, which is a bit shocking. Anyways, I should constantly get this going. Eventually, I'm going to do the math about how many shots per second this guy's actually going to do. But I think I'll do that once I have all the buffs down. I think this should alone be enough. Just keep buffing it. It's going to get scary. I could do Azili's totem, actually. 10 lives is nothing now that I'm getting all these central markets and marketplaces. That is another help, so I might as well use all the buffs I have available. 4 times additional attack speed seems pretty good. This is taking longer than expected. Would kind of stink if this guy does struggle, but don't worry, there's so many ways we can buff it. Maybe next time I'll get the, I'll get the 5th tier ice tower, the super brittle. I think it's going to be close, but fine. I think I can afford to do this. I'm actually going to save the totem for when these ceramics pop out. I want to make sure I have that times 4 attack speed when it's needed. Let's get some, maybe some top path farms. I got to get a Monkeyopoulos eventually. This is a lot of management. And get ready to overclock again. There we go. Okay, 20,000 more HP to go. 1 tier 1 Bloonarius left. Oh, it happened. Okay, no problems. Not even close to a problem. Yeah, this will get taken care of. Admittedly spooky. And not giving me much time to go Monkeyopoulos, but this is fine. Anyways, it's finally about to be taken down. You know, one more Azili totem for the road. Watch those numbers go down. I mean, lives are so expendable at this point. Who really needs them? And there we... Come on! Go. There we go. And tier 2 popped. I have 7 rounds. I'll see you all on the other side. It's time for phase 3 of the Bloonarius. I've been working on farming a little bit, but I haven't been able to get up my super brittle. I did get up the Monkeyopoulos at least, and I would like to get a couple more farms before going super brittle. I think in the meantime, whoops, I can focus on buffing this and buffing that. Maybe I should move Azili over to the... Yeah, I should probably move Azili over towards the Elite Defender. That would be pretty smart. Either way, I'm going to get the super brittle down now, and I think that I'm going to get a support Chinook. So, super brittle lets any towers attacking... basically, when it hits a balloon, any towers that attack it will deal +5 damage. Considering the Sniper Monkey only does 2 to 3 damage at any given moment, the super brittle will be a massive buff to this guy. So also going to get up support Chinook, and I'll just put you on pursuit so I don't have to think about you. And then I'll start working on... I think I'll get Banana Central. Or no, I'm probably going to get a second support Chinook so I can keep moving this thing around. I don't know if it's hitting it. I think it's hitting it. Let's get that over there. Let's buff this guy. Let's drop... You know what? Let's Chinook Azili first to go right over here. And then drop the totem. And if I want, I could also get the 5th tier top half sniper. Do I think I'll need it? I don't know. I'm shredding through this pretty quickly. I honestly don't think that I need it. Oh, this is taking a while, though. It's a long map. Finally can afford the Banana Central. Okay, let's get the top half sniper next, then. How about that? I'll just get you right in here. Yeah, that hits pretty much the whole map. Get you up to Cripple Moab, working on that. Drop this. And then move the ice tower. Its range isn't that big, huh? Yeah, it looks like we're going to be fine against regular Bloonarius. Let's see if I can actually get some more farming going. Can I do that? Not so easily. There's not that many good farming spots on the map. One thing I could get, I suppose, would be a middle path farm, a Monkeyopoulos. How's this guy doing on damage? He's at 500,000 right now. He's just going to be my main DPS. And it's down to its final phase. It seems that the balloons that come out of it get shredded really easily, so that's nice. It looks like it's pretty much over from here. Okay, one last totem. A little bit more shredding, and it should be doing good. I bet the shrapnel itself is doing a lot of damage here. It's so hard to gauge how much is the real shot, how much is the shrapnel, but I think what you can tell is how much faster it dies when there's balloons around the Bloonarius. It seemed that it was being a lot slower after the... balloons have gone away. Anyways, I'll see you all at tier 4. It's phase 4 of the Bloonarius. I've got every single support buff except for the support temple buffs because, well, let's face it, it's already insane. It doesn't even need the temple buffs right now. It's almost through 50,000 damage and has barely made it around the first bend. This guy is insane. Maximum ultra boost. He's dealing thousands of damage per second. Maximum. I haven't even been using the village abilities yet, and I haven't been using the other abilities yet. Just wait. Hold on. Let's wait for ultra boost to come back, and then I'm gonna hit you with insane damage. So wait for it to hit. Hit that. Homeland defense totem. What's it look like? Thousands upon thousands upon thousands. Probably 10,000 damage a second. 8,000 damage. Oh, I didn't even do the glue strike. I forgot about that. That's a very important one. Don't forget about that. I also have a backup 4th tier attacking village, and I should probably move this to a better spot, huh? It seems like the one thing I'm going to forget again is moving around the super brittle, which I realize now does not stack with the 4th tier ice tower, the embrittlement, and in fact it even does the opposite, which is just a darned shame, but ultimately not that bad. As you can see, we're already through the first phase, only losing 1 life from Azili's totem, but that's not too big a deal. Even if I was losing 10, I wouldn't mind. That's just how strong I'm doing. I am probably going to need a support temple for the next time around, but this is ridiculous. I cannot believe how well this is going. I think it's attacking between 300 and 400 times per second once everything is going. Or maybe that's only with the temple buffs. It's at least attacking 200 times per second, this guy. So it's doing very strong. Final phase coming up. I want to see exactly how quickly it deals with these UMGs. So far, well, it doesn't have any abilities active. There we go. With the abilities active, it just shreds them. It's lights out. That being said, Bloonarius made it more than halfway across the map, so we are going to need that temple buff. It is about to get 4 times more powerful. I'm hoping that will be good with the temple buff. I'm going to cross my fingers. I guess we forgot to move the ice tower. See, I'd be doing so much better if I just had like an auto ice tower mover. That'd be perfect. It's too late anyways. That's how strong we are. It just simply doesn't matter. And there we go. 750,000 HP taken down. I'll see you guys all at tier 5. Here we are at the tier 5 Bloonarius. In addition to my strategically placed support temple, I also got the elite sniper. You guys didn't think I'd forget it, did you? I now have a maximum buffed Elite Defender ready to take on 3 million HP of Bloonarius. Let's get this going. Azili's totem. Now I am going to do a little bit of micro here. I'm going to sell and rebuy Azili so I can get the totem back as fast as possible. The buff stays active for the sniper because the buff is dependent on losing a life, not anything else. So I want to ensure we have maximum uptime on this sniper monkey. And that way I'll be able to, maximum uptime on this totem, and that way I'll be able to get maximum damage. In addition to a little bit of other micromanagement stuff. Oops, forgot to sell Azili already. This is going to be a long fight, isn't it? You know, I'm going to have to remember to move around my ice tower, just get you here ahead of time. I'm sure it'll be helpful. And then activating these glue strikes whenever glue storm is not active, just to make sure there's always a little bit extra damage here. And never forget. Never forget. And now the glue storm's up. I can let that be. A little totem and then sell. And keep that sniper going. It's almost through the first phase already. So this is doing good. And by almost, I mean halfway. Again, it gets stronger the further it goes across the map. So now it seems like a pretty good time to calculate some attack damage, huh? Here's what I know. The Elite Defender, according to the Bloons Wiki, which might be inaccurate. Bloons Wiki inaccurate? No, never. If a balloon is all the way down the map and it has its times for ability being active, it shoots about 120 times per second, give or take. Now, realistically here, it's probably shooting 80 times per second. But then we have a lot to figure out. We have to do the support temple buffs, which is plus 40%. We have the jungle drums buff, which is plus maybe 20-ish%, a little bit less, 17%. Then we have the homeland defense buff, which is plus 100%. Then we have... I don't even know next. The elite sniper buff, which I don't even know, to be completely honest. Then we have both parts of the ultra boost buff, which are another 130% extra attack speed. So all in all, we're looking at maybe plus 300-ish% attack speed. Oh, and hey, would you look at that? The BADs popped out. Let me focus on my micro a little bit. Azili totem, new Azili. Take down those BADs. Hopefully won't take too long. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm shredding through them pretty quickly. All in all, that sounds like at least 250 attacks per second. Maybe 300, maybe more, because I'm not quite sure how some of the numbers stack. Maybe some of them multiply rather than add together. It can be really confusing, and plus the totem's attack speed difference can be quite a bit, and then it's going to increase as it crosses the map. I would not be surprised if, at the end of it all, that the sniper deals like 500 attacks per second. So, as you can see, it's already through 1 million HP, absolutely shredding. Unfortunately, my support temple is going to attack from time to time, which is something I'm intentionally trying to avoid, because I don't want it taking any of the credit that my elite sniper deserves. That's what I want to make sure. People have asked why I don't get a Vengeance Temple buff, because it's better. The downside for that is to get a Vengeance Temple, you have to get a Max Temple, which means that when this thing is attacking, is going to attack for more damage. And it's going to have those planes that fly around and deal damage, and it's going to have those mini Southern Avatars. Like, look at how little damage it's doing right now. If that was a Vengeance Temple, it would be shredding. And I don't want it to be taking the credit from the tower that truly deserves it. Second phase down is already halfway dead. The final bit of BADs actually might be a bit tricky, just given how far these are making it. I wonder if it's ever in my... I wonder if it's ever to my benefit that I consider moving or targeting both the Cripple Mob and the... Why can't I find a Super Brittle to attack the BAD? That might be a good idea. I think when it happens, I will put them both on strong on first, and then target that thing down. That's a lot of DDTs. I mean, they get shredded instantly. Get rid of you. Still got 1 million HP to go. I think I'm going to go back to taking it slow and making sure I get my micro right. It's really taking its sweet time, isn't it? I haven't been doing my other glue strike abilities. That's because I guess I've been forgetting. It lasts for such a short time, but it's here for a good time, not for a long time. Below 1 million. This is going to be close. Still, if this works, it is going to be doing better than the Sentry Paragon. That guy did need a little bit of extra help. But then again, it was against Lich, and it wasn't Ultra, or it wasn't Hypersonic. It was missing out on some buffs, so I don't know which is actually really better if you think about it. They're both good for different reasons. All right, soon BAD is coming up. Soon. Couple thousand more. Back to me. These, okay, here we go. Put this on first, and then I'm going to move the ice tower up here. Need to focus that down. Activate Azili, sell Azili, get it going. And keep activating these abilities. Okay, we're shredding now. BADs are taken care of. I'll put you back on... Oh, that was on Elite. All right, I forgot I had Elite targeting. Well, all's good here. It looks like we're going to take it down. 500,000 more HP to go, and this is the easiest 500,000. It's so far along the track that it's not even a worry. I'm just going to keep Azili up. I think the time for microing has ended. And let's take a look at his total damage. 14 million. Yeah, this dude's a beast. Absolutely shredding. Not to mention, the underrated aspect about this guy is that it has a ton of pierce with the shrapnel now. These shrapnels are actually instantly vaporizing the DDTs that show up behind it. How cool is that? A massive army balloons being shredded by shrapnel. I wonder if we'll get to see fortified ZOMGs. Well, we will get to see it take it down. This Bloonarius is going to die. We'll have to defeat the rest of the balloons regardless. Oh, we just shred through those. It's like nothing. You can take that so late. Well, there we have it. The 025 sniper with the shrapnel buff absolutely destroys Bloonarius. Completely obliterates. That was a good time. Looking out for more underrated towers to use against the Bloonarius, maybe, or the boss balloon. Maybe next time I'll pick another tower that recently got buffed. Could be a fun showcase. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Once again, Baba Is You update coming out tomorrow. I am so excited. I hope you are too. Have a wonderful day and peace.